So I'm 27 weeks and 3 days today, which means I'm in the 3rd trimester. Yay! Starting last week, I'm feeling a lot of elbow rolls and knee rolls and just like rolling now. Like I'm officially feeling body parts instead of just like movement. I can feel body parts, and she'll like, there'll be times where I'll just be sitting there and she'll like push out and I'm like, that's a butt or that's a head or that's something. She just gets like all crazy and she'll just like roll, and it's just so cool, and it's so awesome to feel like the little, like it's like little, so you can tell it's like an actual part, and it's so awesome. I also got my first kick in the ribs. It wasn't like up inside of the ribs, it was more like at the bottom of my ribs. I felt her moving, like touching my ribs. I don't know, it was so weird. But I've been waiting for that day to feel the kicking in the ribs, and a lot of the time at night whenever I'm laying down, I'll feel her up higher and like touching up here and like just like up more instead of all down low. She hiccups every single day. On Saturday, she hiccuped 4 times in that one day. She hiccuped 4 times. Like, that's a record. It's getting hard to bend over, which really sucks. Like, I went to go tie my shoe. Usually my shoes are always these shoes that I was wearing. Usually I keep them double knotted so that way I can just kind of slip them on and slip them off. But for some reason they were untied, and so I went down to bend over and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's not gonna happen. And but then I was in one of my classes and I tested out my whole bending over thing, and I can still touch my toes. So I'm still good with the touching toes. It's just starting to get really in the way. My stomach's just starting to get too big to like do anything. Also, I feel like a constant pressure on my bladder now. So, and I know that she's head down, so she's using my bladder as a pillow, which is fantastic, but I'll feel like I have to pee so bad, and then whenever I get to the bathroom, I'll pee for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, are you serious? I felt like I just had like an entire water bottle in my bladder. Also, this is really exciting for me. This might be a little bit TMI, but I started producing colostrum, which is really awesome because you guys know that I really want to breastfeed, and so, I don't know, it's just like clicking in and everything, so that's really exciting. Another thing that's happened to me is that like where my abs used to be, like not that I had like a 6-pack or anything, but I had some muscle in my stomach, and where like a 6-pack would be, like if my stomach was flat, it gets really sore there, and it's like all extended out now, and it feels like I just did like a whole ab workout, and like it feels like I need to massage it or do something about it. It just gets like really sore, I guess. I don't know, and I'm pretty sure it's just from stretching out. So far my muscles are just like growing majorly, and so it makes them all like stretched out, I guess. But I don't know, I'll get this. It's not all the time, it's just some of the times, like usually it's after I eat or in the evening or when I've been sitting down for too long. Like I'll just feel like this burning sensation, like I've been working out, and I wasn't, so yeah, that gets kind of annoying sometimes. So I had my appointment last week. I had my prenatal appointment, and it was my last 4-week appointment, or no, next one is my last 4-week appointment, the one that I made for next month, and then after that we're gonna have a 3-week appointment, and then a 2-week appointment, and then we're gonna go to 1-week appointments, which is so exciting because it's just like, oh my gosh, it's coming. So last week at the appointment, I have a lot to go over. I got my sugar test, my glucose test results back, and he said everything's fine, I'm not diabetic, but I am a little bit anemic. So he said it's not bad at all. He said something about 10 and 11, like being 1 point off or something. He said it's not bad enough to like do anything about it. It's just kind of a, hey, by the way, you're a little bit anemic. So, but I'm not diabetic, so that's good. I also asked him, because I know all doctors are different about when they'll give an epidural, if I were to get an epidural, and so I asked him between what centimeters do you usually give epidurals, and he said usually between 4 and 8, and I know the average is around 4 to 7, so it's basically normal. Around 4 to 8 centimeters is when he'll give epidurals. So. And then I got an ultrasound, and if you guys haven't seen the ultrasound video, then go watch that. And I got some pictures. The pictures aren't the greatest pictures in the world. It's really hard, kind of hard to tell what they're of, but pictures are pictures, so that's good at least. I think the video is a lot better though. You can see a lot more in the video. Like with these ones, you kind of have to use your imagination a little bit. So here's the first one. It's just her heart rate right there. And then her heart is whatever where that little dotted line, I don't know if you guys can see it. That's the heart right there. It's supposed to be her heart. So that's the first one we got. Then we got this one. You really have to use your imagination. He pointed it out to me what it was, and I can kind of see it now. But okay, there, that like white area is her chin. So she's like looking at you like this instead of like a profile picture. It's like she's looking at you a little bit. So there's her chin, and then that's her eye and her eye. So like there's her head. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's that. And then also here's like, he didn't give us a profile picture, he gave us like a skull picture, like a skeleton picture. So I mean, it's kind of cool, but I kind of want to see her profile. So there's that. I'm sure you guys can see that. So yeah, not the cutest pictures, but hey, it works. But he measured everything, and he said everything looks great. I'm measuring right where I'm supposed to be. He measured her thigh bone, and he measured her head, and he measured her abdomen. And he said, everything looks great, everything's all nice and good, and we got to see the aorta pumping, but he couldn't confirm the sex, which is kind of blah, because I kind of wanted just to have a double check kind of thing, but you didn't see anything like hanging out, like if it would, like I think that if it were a boy, you would have seen something there, because he said her foot was in her crotch. You can see it in the ultrasound picture. He's not saying it's not a girl at all, that's not what he's saying. He's just saying that her foot is up in her crotch, so you just can't see her parts. So we're just going to go off of the first ultrasound still. But I made an appointment for another 3D/4D ultrasound. He told us that my placenta was posterior, which means it's in the back, which is good for 3D/4D pictures, like the 3D/4D ultrasound, because it has less of a chance of being in the way of seeing things. So since he told that, we were like, okay, we're so getting another ultrasound. And so yeah, we made that, and it's for the day after Easter, April 5th, and it's at 12:30, so I'm so excited. And this one's going to be 15 to 20 minutes, about 15 to 20 minutes, and we're going to get a whole bunch of pictures, and of course we're going to do the DVD again, and so I'll show you guys as soon as we get that, and hopefully we'll get to double check that it's a girl then. It was also really hard for him to kind of check everything because she was moving around a lot, like she was just like rolling around and stuff, so it was really hard to like, that's why it was really hard to make sure that she was a girl, and just, I don't know, he was having trouble measuring some of the stuff because she kept moving around so much. So that's pretty much all with my appointment. Last week in our birthing class, we learned all about the relaxation techniques that you have during labor. It was really good. Gabe was an amazing partner to have like there. Like he did so well. We kind of practiced some of like the breathing techniques and stuff. I don't know if I'll actually use them, but hopefully I will. But he just did so amazing. She told us different positions to labor in and different positions we can push in and stuff like that. And he was just amazing. Also, about the glucose test, all they did, it didn't taste bad at all. It tasted just like, the lady told us that it tasted like a melted popsicle, like a melted orange popsicle, and that's pretty much right on the dot. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like as if you were eating an orange popsicle, only it was melted, so like you're drinking an orange popsicle, I guess. And so I just drank that. Then she told me that sometime during the hour that I was there to go pee in the cup, and so like I think it was right before, because I hadn't eaten in the morning, and so I didn't have to pee. And so after I drank that, I waited until like the hour was almost up until I peed in the cup, and then they took blood, and it's no big deal. So that's all I did with that. And like I said, the results came back good. I went shopping again this weekend, and I got a lot of stuff for really good deals. Let's see, this was actually not this weekend, but the last weekend. I got it a Medela Pump and Style, and if you guys have experience with breastfeeding or formula feeding or pumping or any of that stuff, you know that the Medela Pump and Style is expensive. It's really expensive, and we got it for $20. 20 bucks at a yard sale, and it's probably about a year or two old, and it's nice. It works perfectly. We have everything, and it's just so amazing. 20 bucks. I mean, you can't beat that. And we also got another bouncer. Oh my gosh, we have so many bouncers. We have like 3 bouncers now, and but I just had to get it. It was at the thrift store and it was $8, and it's the new style that's still in stores. It's the new, like the new style, and I was like, are you serious? This doesn't even look used. And so I just had to buy it. And I also got a boppy pillow. I got a boppy pillow with a really nice, it's actually right there. Right there. With a really nice soft cover. It's so soft, at the thrift store for $2. $2! And I got it just in case I don't get the one on my registry, because I would prefer a new boppy pillow, but if I don't, then that's completely fine. I washed it and everything, and so it's ready to go.